So, I'm here to talk a little bit about different types of mattresses. As you see, there is a lot of different types of mattresses. Now I've been selling different sorts of mattresses for 26 years time, and I thought I'm gonna give you a little bit insight in what I've learned during my 26 years, and it will take about 5 minutes. So, I will start talking a little bit about spring systems, different spring systems. I will just give you the basics, really, of everything. But I will go about, because there are so many different types of different mattresses and different springs and so on. And this is a no-sag spring that you have in most sofas, and it looks like this. You fasten it in both ends like that, and then it sits quite firmly like that in a sofa. But as you see, this one will not last you very long if you have only this one in, for example, a bed that you sleep in every night, or even if you have this just in a sofa for a long time, it will actually get quite soft. So actually it will soften, and you won't have a very good comfort in it. So that's why when you want to make a mattress of it, you normally put it in some sort of system. And no matter what system you build, most of the spring systems that are used in mattresses are metal springs. Like this one, comes in all sorts and shapes. The most important thing is that the firmness of the actual spring depends on the thickness of the metal wire that you use to produce the spring. So that's how you actually get the flex in the mattress. And the one of the most common spring system is bundle spring. And bundle spring is a very simple spring system that was actually standard up to 1980s, when the box spring system, or pocket spring system as we call it, actually took over more from bundle springs. But bundle springs, they are twined together. The wire in all the springs are twined together with wire, so it actually builds a spring system. But you can still feel the springs a little bit in that kind of system. So for example, if you put your knee down into the mattress, you will feel the springs in the spring system. But if you use, for example, a pocket spring system, like in this one, where you actually put every single spring in a bag like this, then it actually evens out your weight when you put your knee down into the mattress. Or of course, if you sleep in the mattress every night, so it spreads the weight out of the mattress in total. There are of course other spring systems as well, but these ones are the most free basic systems that most of them build on. So actually most of them are, why you put them in a system is to spread your weight out over the mattress, so you don't it's a very simple thing. If you made a mat of nails, then of course if you just put one nail there, it will hurt a lot when you lay on it. But if you have many of them, they will actually even out your weight, so it feels better when you sleep on it. But that's as far as I will go on the spring mattresses. But then of course there are a lot of other types of mattresses as well. And these days, when natural materials are very hot, then we sell a lot of futon mattresses. And a traditional futon mattress, and even if you think I will have a spring mattress no matter what, I think it could be good to listen to this, because this is the most common mattress in the world, as this is a very common mattress in Asia and many other countries in the world where they have natural materials in the mattress. And it's a very firm type of mattress, so you have to be really a hardcore sleeper to be able to like a futon mattress. But of course they also come in a lot of different shapes and sizes, and we have many softer futon mattresses here in Europe and especially in Sweden, that are much softer than the ones that they normally use in Asia. But they are normally regular. The name futon comes from Japan, and it's a regular Chico button mattress with 100% cotton inside. But like I said, for example, one with coconut inside, and they come with all types of different fillings, are very common in mattresses, are latex. And of course in futon mattresses, as they should are supposed to be natural materials, normally that's natural latex. But latex also comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes. This one is 100% natural latex, comes from the rubber tree. And this one is synthetic latex. And of course, if you like natural materials, natural latex is better than synthetic latex. But also, one thing that is important to know about latex, that you can get allergy against natural latex. It's a very common allergy, and for example, if you are allergic to grass, then you can feel when you eat apples and so on in the springtime, when it's grass season, then you can feel that you have that you feel a little bit itchy in your mouth when you eat apples and so on. And that's exactly the same feeling that you will get from the natural latex. So you will get an itchy feeling from it if you get to be allergic to it. So the world is not black and white. Natural materials are very good, and I really recommend all people to do natural materials if you can. But don't ever think that if I go for natural materials, then I will be free of all allergies and I will never have any problems at all. That's not the case. It can actually be the very opposite, because you have to always, through all your life, if you're sensitive to something, then you really need to check the material. So if you're sensitive to anything, please let us know, and we will send you a small sample in the post for free, so you can try it out somewhere on your skin, where you have soft skin, for example. Then see if you're allergic to any kind of materials. And that, of course, not only to natural latex, that's also to all other natural materials. And latex is a material that have a high density, so it's actually a good material to use in mattresses, because you don't sink so far down into the materials as you would have done if you use a 100% foam mattress like this one. This one is 100% foam mattress, and you can actually feel it's much softer than the latex mattress. And also the latex material, no matter if you use synthetic or natural latex, it's much more durable. All synthetic foam materials, they are not as durable as natural latex. So it's a very good material, and it has a very high density. And there is also one type of mattress here which is a mix between foam and latex. It only comes in synthetic versions, which have synthetic latex and foam. So you have both. So you have a little bit higher density foam, still quite soft, because natural latex, it's soft but still, like I said, high density, so you don't, it doesn't adapt so quick after you wait, so it actually takes a bit of time before it goes up again. It's not so spongy as regular latex, regular foam, sorry. But of course there is also other types of foams and mattresses that you can use. For example, something that we normally call memory foam. And many people here in Sweden will only know it through the name Tempur, but Tempur is a brand name. The actual real name for it in Swedish. I guess we don't use it so much in Sweden, so when I say it, people won't even know what I'm talking about. But it's viscoelastisk skum, visco foam, or as you say in English most of the time, memory foam. It's a material that actually keeps the shape of you a little bit when you sleep. So if you push, for example, your knee or your hand into the materials, it keeps the shape of your hand for a little while before it goes out again. So that's material actually that you really have to be used to be able to like it, because some people say that they feel very warm or trapped in the material, and some people love it. So we're all different. And of course then there was also regular foam mattresses, like this one, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there is also, just to make it as difficult as possible for you, there is also many different types of foam. It's not like all foam is the same. If you buy a cheap foam mattress from a low price store anywhere home, you probably have a mattress which is just a regular foam mattress, where they fill a whole container full of foam and then they saw it up into pieces. So you can get all different shapes and sizes. When you have a really good foam mattress, it's actually cast foam. It's casted in a form, so you get exactly the type of density you want. And a good thing for you to know, if you want to know if a foam is good or not, you can actually feel it on the weight. A casted foam mattress is very heavy type of mattress, and you can actually feel it also. For example, if you have an old sofa, then normally you have very heavy cushions in the sofa, and that's because they always used good materials in the old time, and then it was cold foam, so it's casted to get the right density that you wanted in the mattress. And you really don't want a foam that feels very, very firm when you push it, and then it's very light, because then it's the same material as you have in the sponge when you do your dishes at home, and that is completely useless to make furniture of. So if you find a mattress like that, don't buy it. And to finish off, there is also a lot of different types of foam mattresses where they use all types of different combinations of foam, and that is not necessarily bad, but you actually need to know a little bit about the different types of materials. Like I said, the latex and the memory foam is materials that actually adapt a little bit after your weight, and then you actually need to have a much firmer type of foam in the bottom. Otherwise you will sink down through the memory foam, and you will sink down also into the other foam, and that will make the memory foam completely useless, because then it's not good for your back anymore. So you can put it on a very stiff futon mattress or whatever, but you can't put it on a soft foam mattress, because then you lose the whole point of having a memory foam or a latex mattress or anything like that. Thank you.